Welcome back to another episode of Outside the Bounds, part 2 of Jak And Daxter The Precursor Legacy. And if you're new to this series, I'm covering all 3 Jak games. So if you're in the Jak, please feel free to stick around, because there's a few more parts to come for Jak 2 and 3. So with that out of the way, let's talk about some of the things that I found in this episode. So I randomly was like, what would happen if you went free cam during the intro and the game crashed for the Naughty Dog sign, or when Jak and Daxter are on the Naughty Dog sign, the game crashes when you do free cam on there. But with the title screen, it actually goes through and you can actually explore around as you were playing the normal game. But you do have to load like a different area before you can explore Sentinel Beach for some reason. Obviously the game still thinks you're in title screen mode, so yeah. But still interesting, you can play the game basically like normal if you were to go free cam in the title screen, because I'm pretty sure the camera is literally you, but it just follows around the Jak and Daxter thing. Kind of hard to explain, but or kind of weird to explain how it works and such.
Power cells to fuel my heat shield. You can't cross Fire Canyon until you collect enough power cells.
So Snowy Mountain, the Red Sages area, is really interesting because they're both loaded at the same time. So when you just drop down there and keep yourself alive, like, you can literally keep exploring down there. Never thought that would be possible, but interesting. It honestly amazes me that they're both loaded at the same time and not one's like losing quality, etc. You also can levitate up with Jak, which I also thought was interesting. You can do vice versa with going up or down. So with this, I was kind of curious if there was a minimized power cell inside the box for when you like shoot it open. Sadly, there is not, and I'm kind of surprised about that, just for the simple fact that it has to come from somewhere, so I'm kind of curious where the power cell is like hiding. Unless they made it just spawn in, which is kind of interesting, because some games will have it just hiding like under the map and then spawn it in. I don't know. Interesting nonetheless, though. So this clip, I was just kind of curious if like you went in their base early and grabbed the power cell, if the gates would open. But then I realized, oh, you actually get a power cell from, you know, opening the gate. I was still curious none the least, though. Also, you cannot spawn the foot on its ending platform. So I've done this before, taking the foot out of its area and then messing around with them, but it's kind of funny some of the results you can get from this. So I was a little bit curious to see what was rendered inside the lurker's head, and this is what I found creepy, eh? So I mentioned how the Lost Precursor City loads super weird in my last episode, and you're about to see what I mean by that. So hovering back up the elevator way is fine, but going through another route can be interesting. It's like the level despawned itself for it to load such a, you know, huge area for the other part, which is understandable. But it's kind of weird when other parts of the game have like kept other areas loaded, so this was just a little bit weird in my opinion. I understand usually games do this, but from what I've played of this game, I have not seen it do it like it just has, so it's just pretty odd to me in that sense. I don't know. So sadly you can't obtain the power cells that are locked away in the jars, sadly. So if you obtain the power cell a little bit early before doing the puzzle, it will automatically unlock the doors for you, which I thought was really cool. Now, don't try to hover with Jak and the sliding parts. It gets really wonky and just starts freaking out and glitching, so just a pre-warning if you don't want to get dizzy. So another weird mechanic thing that happened was when I went free cam and then decided to land on the sliding platform, it had just Jak walking regularly. So I just kind of did that randomly just to be like, oh, I'm done being in free cam mode, and I was very surprised. Which I think that has to do with like having a start point for when he has to slide and then having an end point to when he can't slide anymore. Hence the reason why it walks slow when you try to go back up there.
Alright, more orbs! So it ain't gonna help us!
I hope you enjoyed the video, and as always, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.